Mira Business FM, Dubai's home of business radio.
This is the Morning Drive with me, Tim Elliott, and you are tuned into Mira Business FM, whether you're online with us on perhaps YouTube or Rumble or Twitch, or maybe you're with us on the website mira.fm. You are welcome. Just a reminder as well, we have a new show just started here at Mira Business FM. It's called Crossroads. It's a collaboration with Middlesex University. It's about the business of media, entertainment, lots more than that. Every Friday, 1 to 2 p.m., wherever you get your podcasts as well. But join us for that. Dr. David Tully and Dima Magalse from Middlesex University presenting as well. Time to talk coffee this morning. One of the wonders of the modern world, if you ask me. The World Coffee Summit wrapped up yesterday. The Global Coffee Spotlight is now on a Filipina coffee professional based here in the UAE. And this is a person who's turned passion, precision, and purpose into world-class success. Jane Espante is the World Cezve Ibrik Champion for 2026. She's the UAE Coffee and Good Spirits Champion 2025. And she will now represent the UAE once again on the world stage in June in Brussels. So a story of excellence, of an outstanding palate, I think, teamwork and brewing success. And she's on Zoom with us as well. I hope we can link. Jane, good morning to you.
Yes, I can hear you well. How are you? Good morning.
Good morning. Finally, we get to talk to you. I'm excited about this. I'm a big coffee fan. And first of all, I guess, a huge congratulations to you. This is some accolade, I think.
Yeah, thank you so much. Good morning. I'm sorry, I was lost. I don't know what happened with my phone.
That's okay. Don't
I
worry.
still be waiting.
Well, look, the World Coffee Summit has concluded. You are officially, here's your title, World Cezve Ibrik Champion. How does that feel? What does it mean to you, Jane?
For me, I mean, it was surreal to begin with. I mean, I did not expect that. My team did not expect that. It feels humbling more than anything else. For me, the title is actually, it means trust that it was given to you, because for me, winning the championship is a responsibility. So it also represents my years of learning, of being in coffee, and also honoring the tradition of brewing coffee. And winning the Ibrik is actually allowing me to tell its story, because Ibrik has been in the industry for hundreds of years, and it is not as visible in the modern coffee industry. So I think it is my responsibility to be able to teach others, to share knowledge about how important, or how this traditional method is still exists in the modern coffee industry. So yeah, I want to inspire others to somehow explore this method as well. Yeah, so it's a responsibility. So it's a responsibility that I'm willing to take, and yeah.
It's clearly deeply sort of personal to you. I know you're in the coffee industry for a decade or so, and I want to talk to you about, what sparked that, what got you into that. But I guess it's probably important now for anybody who doesn't know about this brewing method compared to other, coffee disciplines, if you like. This is very different from, espresso or milk-based drinks, or a V60 or a Kalita Wave, or whatever your brewing method is. This is very much kind of the traditional, I suppose to most people, this is kind of the Turkish coffee style method, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah, so what sparked my curiosity, it actually started as a trainee barista.
Mm-hmm.
So I started as being a trainee barista, and then worked my way up to become a trainer. But then it is actually the latte art, the pattern you make on top of a cappuccino.
Mm-hmm.
That actually what makes you like feel interested, like, oh wow, there's an art on coffee, and you're just pouring on milk. So that's how it started. And then when you go deeper, you cannot stop. And then you just end up trying to dig more and learn more about coffee. So in coffee, once you learn, the more you learn, it's like the more you don't know. So there's always something to learn about coffee. It's endless. You become a forever student of coffee. Yeah, so Ibrik, yeah, as you mentioned, is actually very different from other machines. It doesn't require any machine. There's no filter paper that is required.
Yeah.
It's basically just water, coffee, and then the heat. And of course, your attention to details. So it is one of the oldest brewing method. It's actually the method that has shaped the coffee that we are enjoying right now. So it actually focuses more on texture, aroma, and it's more onto ritual. So it's more into ritual. It actually allows people to gather more because it takes a bit time to brew one cup of coffee.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is one
So
of the things with with coffee fans, and I guess
yeah.
to an extent it's the same with tea as well. There's a lot of ritual with this. The other side of this, and this is something that I want to ask people like you all the time because I don't have this skill. When did you realize that you had the palate for this, that you could understand how to to break out the flavors and distinguish those flavors? Because most of
Mhm.
us can't tell a robusta from an arabica bean, let
Mhm.
alone from a geisha bean, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. So it actually requires a lot of tasting, a lot of drinking of coffee,
Mm,
because all of us, we know, we have our basic taste. We know what is sweet. We know what is sour, salty.
yeah.
But then to identify flavors is actually based on our experience. Like for instance, I cannot say that this coffee tastes like strawberry if I don't eat strawberry or if I haven't tried strawberry. So it takes a lot of practice, and actually sensory is the hardest skill that's a barista can train. You
Mm.
can easily train your technical skills, but then the sensory requires a lot of time, requires a lot of practice, a lot of coffee you consume every day, and then a lot of mental, it requires a proper thinking, a proper mindset when it comes to tasting coffee. Yes, it requires a lot of that. I mean, I've been in the industry for too long. I'm not even saying that I'm good at it. I'm still trying, I'm still practicing. So it's an ongoing process. It's an endless process actually.
So
Because once you stop also you go back again. You go
right.
back again to from the beginning. So you just need to keep on going and going.
So it's all about still learning, isn't it? I guess, and
Yes.
if you can get that, if you can get your sensory training up, that's next level baristadom, I suppose,
Yeah.
isn't it? Really. So talk us through the championship at the World Coffee Summit. What was the most challenging moment? I mean, I've watched your video of the competition, but what was the hardest point for you? And also just talk us through the competition itself.
Uh, so the thing is, the world competition is actually held here in Dubai.
Yeah.
So this is the first time that it is held here. The pressure is actually the hardest part for me to manage,
Okay.
because unlike competing in other country, no one knows you. But then competing in your own country, I mean, I'm from the Philippines, but then I'm based here, so I represent the country.
Yeah.
Competing here in your own country is actually more pressure because there's a lot of people watching me, my friends, the cafes, the community, the entire community of UAE is watching me. So the pressure is more. But then again, I always believe on our preparation. I trust our preparation. I focus more on breathing. So whenever I feel like I'm nervous on stage, I just do deep breathing until that nervous is gone. So and I just keep reminding myself why I'm doing things and why I'm starting this. Yeah, so the team and myself, we have prepared for this. So I think we just have to trust the preparation, and yeah, it came out good. So
It really
that's
did.
something
You
that is,
you are a
yeah.
world champion now, Jane.
Yeah.
What was it like representing the UAE, representing your kind of your adopted home, if you like? How did that influence you going into the competition? Was that an added pressure, or was that a feeling of pride? How did you feel?
It's actually both.
Hmm.
I feel proud. I feel proud not only for myself, for my team, because it's a team effort. but it also gives you a purpose. Like in industry, you actually sometimes end up, what is next, right?
Right.
So this gives you purpose because you have a year to do your thing as the ambassador for this competition for the industry. So that gives you another purpose. So now you have to keep on going, try to be the best of yourself so that you can share better for others. And yeah, I mean, UAE is not really, it's still young in the coffee industry. So to be one of the champion from the UAE is a good deal for me. So at least I can contribute to its future.
Which,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
which is it's a good place to be, isn't it? Because clearly
yes.
cafe culture is a huge deal here. From a coffee as a business standpoint,
Mm.
Jane, how do competitions like this, international coffee competitions, impact the cafes, the culture of cafes, the roasteries, the specialty coffee market?
Yeah. So competition actually raise standards. Like this competition actually pushes innovation. There's a lot of, and then also what it actually helped us to show to people that how we are quality driven cafe, quality driven roastery. So for businesses like ours, it actually builds trust and credibility. And yeah, I mean, here in the UAE, people will always look for premium coffees.
Mm.
So for us to be in that level of competition, they know our coffees is also in the highest level when it comes to quality. So yeah, it builds credibility, it builds trust with our customers, and actually that's the reason probably why our roasteries are quite successful. Yeah, because we have been very active in terms of competition, and we have been proving ourselves as well. Yeah, so yeah, we have been winning somehow, not to brag, but yeah, we have been winning, and it has been just,
I think if there's a day when you're allowed to brag, it's probably today. I think you're fine. I'm not sure if people are aware just how much training you've gone through to get to where you are. So I'm going to run through just a few of your qualifications, if you don't
all right,
mind. So.
sure.
Authorized Specialty Coffee Association trainer, certified Q processing professional by the Coffee Quality Institute, over a decade of experience in the industry. At the moment, you're a training manager at Family First Cafe. So you're helping to shape the next generation of professionals in coffee. Let me ask you this. How do you apply your competition experience in your workday, in like everyday cafe operations?
Yeah, so I translate competition discipline into simple habits: consistency, intention, and care.
Okay.
Like even small things like how we taste coffee or explain it to guests, it can elevate the daily cafe experience. So this is what actually this competition is teaching me, teaching us, teaching all the baristas, because not only we are giving nice coffee to our customers, it also needs to have to we also need to provide the best hospitality. So this competition is actually also catering hospitality. So we are also being judged based on how professional we are in dealing with customers, based on how we communicate with customers, based on how we deliver those information about coffees to our customers. So it's basically just the same. So whatever I learned from the cafe is only what I applied on stage.
What
Yeah.
skills, Jane, do you think are necessary for coffee professionals if they want to compete and succeed, particularly if
Mm.
you want to get to the level that you are, because you're a global champion now?
Yeah, I think for me, first is adaptability, because the coffee world is moving too fast. There's a lot of new innovation.
Hmm.
So you have to adapt to that. You have to always check what is trending nowadays, what is new, because you cannot be left behind because the coffee is just moving too fast. And of course, your communication skills, it is very important. I think we're in any hospitality, communication is very important. And of course, to stay curious. I mean, technical skills matter, but being open to learning, collaborating, and tell your story as clearly is just as important as well. So I would go for that. The adaptability, your communication skills, and of course to stay curious.
Okay, and there's an element of art and artistry in this, as well as the science and
Yeah.
the temperature control and
Yeah.
all the other things behind brewing and roasting and brewing. The other thing is, I wanted to give a shout out to the partnership behind this as well, because I know that your husband and your coach is
Yeah.
behind you, co-founder of, is it Archer's Coffee Roastery? I
Yes.
believe. Okay, he supports your training and your competition coffee, I gather, if I'm
Yes.
right. How important is that partnership?
For me, it was everything. I mean, my husband is actually, we call him the coffee man in our team because he's just, he's just, he's just crazy in coffee. I mean, his life just goes around coffee. I mean, his priority is coffee. So he
Really?
understands coffee more than anything else. So when it comes to that, it's actually making it easy for us because he's the best at it. So I don't have to worry about my coffee because he's just the best at it. I
Mm.
just put full trust. Aside that he's my husband, I know he will not do something about my coffee. I know he will give me the best coffee, of course. And of course he believes in me, he supports me, and he challenged me actually. With all this competition, he always challenge you. I mean, what you are you just gonna compete to win, or you're gonna compete to make an impact to the community? So you're being always challenged by him. So he's not just a typical, husband, like, okay, I support you, whatever you wanna do. No, no, he always want to have an impact, not only to win, but then to provide impact to the community. So do something that is valuable, that is honest, that can make a huge difference whenever you win. Because end of the day, you'll be being asked what is next, right? So if you have that passion in you and if you have that purpose, then you'll be able to answer, what is next. So he's the person, he's the one pushing you to your limit that sometimes I end up crying. Yeah.
so,
He's just so,
so you call him the coffee man. I'm wondering
yeah, we call him the coffee man.
does he call you the coffee woman?
Nah, I'm not really there. Sometimes he call me baby barista. So
Now we're getting the personal details. Look, I mean, it's interesting this because there is a business aspect to this. There is your relationship aspect. There's also the world competition aspect to this. So that's a dynamic that I guess it can be hard to balance because there's pressure in all of those.
yeah, there's actually one thing, they always say, like, how do you balance, your work life balance? It's just it doesn't work with us. We don't have this work life balance.
Really?
Yeah, I think, yeah, I don't know if it's a good thing, but or it's a bad thing, but then yeah, it just doesn't. The work life balance doesn't work for us. I think it doesn't apply in our life right now. I mean, as much as possible, we talk. I mean, that's the one thing that is good is because both of us we are in coffee.
Right.
So yeah, so that's one thing. So we communicate on coffees. We always see each other in the coffee events. So we're actually okay when it comes to our marriage. The business, of course, business comes first. Whenever he do his thing, he has, of course, I have to listen and just follow. And then, of course, the demand of the world level competition, it is quite hard in terms of our children
Mm-hmm.
because we have two kids already.
Right.
It is hard only on the side of our children, but between us, it's actually okay because, again, we are on the same field. Yeah. Uh, Sometimes we just need to remind ourselves that, okay, we are on the same team, both at home and work. Yeah. Only the challenge is actually to the time with our kids. Like now, I haven't seen my other kid for a week already.
Oh.
We sleep together, but I haven't seen him because, of course, he has to go to school and I have to sleep. And then when I woke up, he's already gone. Yeah, yeah, that's only the
Okay.
challenge at the moment.
Well, you need to stop talking to me and go and see your child. I'm going to cut this call short. Look, a couple of questions for you, Jane. Just quickly, we've got a minute or two. You're going to be representing the UAE again this June. You're going to be in Brussels. What
Yes.
lessons from the World Championship are you going to carry forward to there?
I think preparation is important. So this time, I mean, with the Ibrik, I actually have maybe a month of preparation only. But then it is really, really important because sometimes you don't know what will happen on stage. But if you are well prepared, you can just carry over and you can just move on like nothing happens. So for me, I just need to be more prepared this time. I have 4 or 5 months. And actually, by next month, I'll be starting my training already because preparation is just one of the most important part of this competition. So that's what I've learned from my previews because something happened on stage during my final round. But then yeah, there's some hiccups and all, but then I still able to manage. Yeah, so yeah, that's one thing that I really need to learn from this competition for my next one.
Jane Espante. She's a coffee world champion, just crowned world Cezve Ibrik Champion for 2026, which is essentially a really old way of doing coffee. It's kind of the Turkish coffee method, if you've not seen that. Jane, congratulations again. Thank you for joining us, putting the UAE on the global coffee map. And as I said, she's going to be representing the Emirates in Brussels in June. This is Mirror Business FM. The news is next.